we decided to produce 2 promotional posters and 2 main posters for our ancillary task. When researching various film posters, we came across the idea of a series of promotional posters advertising the film. Each individual poster represents different elements or characters of the film, which is shown in these 4 promotional posters for the film Toy Story 3. Promotional posters are not a finalised product, but instead act as a teaser to entice and gain viewers' interest from an early stage. We therefore decided to use a similar approach when advertising our film, as we feel it would gain a larger audience. We created 2 promotional posters to allow us to target 2 different audience types. Our first poster is targeted towards a female audience, or fans of romantic films. This is evident from the intimate picture and the word love which has been used in the tagline. To contrast with this, our second poster uses a more sinister image of dark shadows and the caption "Catch me if you can." The mysterious nature of this poster could appeal more to the male audience and fans of the horror and thriller genre. By targeting various audience types,
as well as creating promo posters as a teaser, we also wanted to create 2 final film posters for Dead Man Running. To appeal to a wider range of audience members, I wanted not only to create 1 final poster, but create 2 posters that would be part of a series. An example of this advertising strategy when creating movie posters has been used recently for the 2012 hit musical Les Mis. The advertising campaign consisted of various posters all promoting the same movie. Each individual poster, alike the promo posters, focused on various elements from the film, in this case different characters. An individual look at each character allows the viewer to feel a stronger connection or understanding of the film. Fans of particular actors or actresses starring in the film may also be attracted by this technique. Looking at examples of this, I felt it would be beneficial to the advertising of our film to use similar ideologies. I've created 2 posters which each focus individually on our 2 lead characters. It was extremely important for our film that the posters convey the narrative style and feel of our film. I therefore used black and white setting, low-key lighting and use of red fonts, showing connotations of danger, love and murder. The text on the posters also portrays a vital role, projecting an initial impression of the film's content to the viewer. By connecting the text on the posters to the image, the viewer is introduced to a vague theme present in our film. The basic role of the poster is to promote the film we are selling. The products must appear professional and of good quality in order to gain public interest. We feel the use of various posters in a series would entice a larger audience as opposed to creating just 1. As well as creating posters for our film, we were also required to individually create a film review for Dead Man Running. After previously researching the content and visual aspects of various film reviews, it was time to create our own. Using our knowledge of film reviews, we were able to imitate various conventions and techniques we had come across, allowing our reviews to appear professional and realistic.
I decided to produce a film review of Dead Man Running for the magazine Total Film. After researching existing Total Film reviews, I discovered it to be a respectable magazine targeting film fanatics, which is exactly the type of audience our film is marketed towards. I have included the Total Film magazine logo in the top left-hand corner of the page to re-establish the brand. Also featured prominently in the top half of the page is a picture depicting the climactic end scene between the 2 lead characters. Giving the viewer a visual aid allows them a more vivid insight into the film. Immediately underneath is an information box informing the reader of the film's title, release date, age certificate, directors, cast and plot. This is listed in order of importance, allowing the key information to be the first thing the reader sees. I have included sections focused primarily on the actors and directors, which act as a tool to entice fans of their previous work to watch the film. I have also touched on the conventions of the noir genre present in our film to appeal to fans of the genre. At the very end of the review, I have featured a verdict box giving a brief overview on my opinion of the film, along with a star rating. This is important because it is the last thing the reader will read, so a clear opinion must be present.
For my film review, the first element apparent on the top left-hand corner of the page is the Empire logo. Empire is a good quality, reliable review magazine focused on film, therefore fits in with our movie's requirements. I have then introduced a bright red band that cuts horizontally across the top section of the page. The band reads "In Cinemas Now." The bold colour stands out to alert the reader to the fact that the film can be caught at cinemas. The majority of the top section of the page is the main primary image of the film. It is an arty, stylish shot of the 2 lead characters holding hands. The shot itself is ambiguous as not to give too much away, but grabs the viewer's attention, urging them to read on. I have also included a small box overlapping the image filled with additional facts about the film and its production, allowing more access, making the viewer feel a closer understanding or link to the film. Below the image features the title and subheading of Dead Man Running. The title is in a large bold font size, gaining its place as the primary piece of text. The subheading or slogan associated with the film is followed by important key bits of information, such as release date, certificate, length, actors, directors, etc. Including this key information allows the reader to take in basic info about the film. Initially, the text begins with a quick plot summary, introducing the themes and narrative, which is important when gaining viewers. After the plot is introduced, the text then steers towards the well-known names of the film and the upcoming stars and their performance. Fans of these actors may be intrigued or persuaded to view the film due to their idols appearing in it. Additionally, views and opinions of the actors' performance, chemistry and views on them are injected, giving the reader an insight into the quality of the acting. It then moves on to talk about the partnership of the directing and editing team, mentioning previous works of theirs which may invite some die-hard fans. The review then ends with the final verdict and star rating. This is an important section as the whole review leads up to this key climatic piece of information regarding the quality of the film. This will be the last piece of information the reader will take with them, so it's vital that the views and opinions in the film are summed up in this final piece. The film review as a product is extremely important for our film. It acts as a personal guide which fans of films can read and decide ultimately whether to watch the film or not. The review acts as a positive advertisement for our film and hopefully will gain an audience which will be willing to see our film simply from reading views and opinions based on it.